All right, y'all, welcome back as we break down another team's preseason projections here, working our way down the Western Conference. Today, we're taking a look at the San Antonio Spurs. Now, head coach Greg Popovich has already said, don't bet on us to win the title this year. I hope no one had done that before he said that. I hope no one does it definitely after he said it. But yeah, the Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker era is now a distant memory. Even, after the DeMar DeRozan, LaMarcus Aldridge kind of stint here. This is a team in full rebuild, and definitely with the dynamic draft class coming up, not a bad year to be tanking here. And the Spurs will definitely be in that mix, the top of the lottery, if all things go as planned. Now, obviously, you don't really want to go into the season playing to lose as many games as possible, but, that's kind of the nature of the NBA. The Thunder have now made a habit of it. Obviously, with Utah Jazz now, moving Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell, they'll also kind of be in the mix there. And the Spurs team, they're coming off already making 3 first-round picks. Jeremy Sohan, Malachi Branham, and Blake Wesley. Look for those 3 guys. Going to have ample opportunity to get experience at the NBA level. You also look at Josh Primo entering his sophomore year. Keldon Johnson now feels like a veteran on this team, despite still being in his early 20s. And so, still have some work to do probably in moving Josh Richardson, Jakob Poeltl, Doug McDermott. Some of the older guys. This is going to be a team that's probably taking on, a contender's salary dump situation, throwing a first-round pick, kind of take a page out of the Thunder's book, trying to accumulate as many picks and as many, some young talent in the process as they can. You hope Greg Popovich can instill, some lessons to this young core before he, potentially retires at the end of the year or, passes the torch to someone else. And, the Spurs in this rebuild, kind of what you're going to need is, you would think, a top 5 pick, top 10. Now, they hit on Kawhi in the mid-first round, and there has been a ton of value in the mid-first. So they could get a bona fide star. Jeremy Sohan went 9. Whether he can be the next kind of Kawhi Leonard type remains to be seen. I think offensively, not there yet, but Kawhi wasn't really there offensively coming out of college. So we'll see on him. Really looking forward to see what he can bring to an NBA team, as well as Malachi Branham, Blake Wesley in the backcourt. Now, obviously, the departure of DeJounte Murray leaves a big void at point guard. Josh Primo, aforementioned, we'll see a lot of him as well. Also need to mention Devin Vassell, however you say it, on the wing. Look for him to take another step and play a bigger role in this upcoming season. And you think, they got their eye on Victor Wembanyama, Victor, the 7-footer, crazy range, crazy, speed and dexterity for his size. You got to imagine, the Spurs, the Thunder, the Jazz, all really fingers crossed that they get, the number 1 pick when they do the old ping pong balls and all that, if they even still do that or not. But whoever gets the first pick is going to be very excited to see what this guy can do. And when you think Thunder already with Chet Holmgren locked in at center, you would think long term, maybe not, depending on his health going forward. But the Spurs kind of already have a slot available at center. They drafted 3 guys in the first round, none of them being centers. And with Jakob Poeltl, not really fitting the window for the rest of their trajectory here, makes a lot of sense. Already had some luck with some foreign guys. If you consider Tim Duncan's kind of, but Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, Spurs are notorious for drafting foreign guys. I feel like it fits all too well. Would love to see maybe Pop stays if they can get Victor. We just call him VW. I don't know. But the Spurs, even with Pop, it's going to be hard to see if they actually can pull off the perfect tank. if they can actually find ways to lose games, because that's not really Pop's MO. He's the guy that's going to kind of, win games. And they were in the playoff, discussion here, more play-in discussion here, even with the roster, DeJounte Murray carrying them, and now without him, that really leaves them at a disadvantage. But it leaves them at a better chance to get that highly coveted number 1 pick. So we'll have to see. I'm kind of excited to see what this young group can kind of do. What I feel like we'll see flashes of, and kind of an unsung group that a lot of names that not many NBA fans are going to be familiar with. But hopefully by the end of the year, they will be familiar with a few more of them going forward. See what they can do in the lottery, and see if they can build something. That this is the beginning of something special brewing in San Antonio. But let me know where you see San Antonio ending up. Can't imagine it's going to be anywhere outside the bottom 5 of the league, but I'd love to hear an argument to see if they go higher. But that's going to do it for me for now. Take care of yourselves, take it easy, and I'll see you next time.